So you guys been wanting me to change the theme song sound quality, but I'm gonna keep the same song. So here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Just how she plays them, and she does that. She does it with the cat. Does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. Hopefully that fixed the audio. Crazy Cat does not own any of these pictures or books or pictures. I use them under fair use for educational purposes, so the people who watch them learn a little bit something when they do it. Hopefully that fixed the audio. I only did all those years ago. No, I don't want to do this. I'm scared of this thing. Hi everyone, Martha here, and I didn't do any like Disney or characters or Looney Tunes, so since it's the Halloween month, I have to do one that has to do with monsters. I have not done all the Grimace's cartoons yet, and there's also the one where Tweety turns into becomes Hyde, basically, and chases around Sylvester for a change. So what's the first one we're tackling here is the one where Tweety turns into a monster called Hyde Goes Tweety, and this one came out May 14th, 1960. So Sylvester is sleeping in the window, and really, because this is technically all a dream, we don't know who he's actually sleeping outside of, but when he's in his dream, he is sleeping right in front of right by Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde window, and Jekyll goes in there, drinks the bottle, and comes Hyde, and then the thing wears off after a little while, and he's back to being Jekyll. And then a couple of doves land on the roof, and Sylvester wakes up and sees them and chases after them. He almost falls down, and Tweety lands on there and does the whole entire
I thought I saw a pony cat. I did see a pony cat.
And they get chased, and he goes inside of Jekyll's place, jumps into the Hyde potion, and Sylvester's looking for him, even in drawers. Like, how would a bird get inside of a drawer? Why would a bird go inside of a drawer of anything? Because it would just suffocate. But yeah, he's looking inside the drawers even. And then suddenly he looks behind him and sees a big giant monster, and he doesn't realize, I guess he doesn't think that that could be Tweety, because when he finally catches him, he like says, I'm gonna lock the door, make sure that thing does not get in here. Like, Sylvester, come on, put two and two together. No, you're not very smart, but come on. He's yellow. He has Tweety's feet. That is Tweety. Sometimes I swear to Sylvester, what am I going to do with you? So he starts running. He tries to go down the elevator, and the elevator won't show up. Then the monster turns back into Tweety. And we just basically have them like chase each other back and around, and Tweety like tricks him by going inside of a door, and he falls down all the way, goes back up, then he goes back in the room and locks the door, and he's looking for like seasoning to put on top of Tweety. After he locks the door, because like I said, he does not realize that this is Tweety that is chasing him. Make sure the thing does not get him, so he can't get out. And he throws the key outside, so he's literally trapped. And so Tweety turns back into the monster. He tries to jump out the window, and the monster, when he's still the monster, flies down there to go and get him and carry him. Then Tweety turns back into himself and starts carrying. They start falling because Tweety can't carry him when he's not a monster because he's too big. And Sylvester starts falling, and he eventually makes it to the ground. we use like flapping his hands, like holding two at the feathers, like that would work. And he opened his mouth for the bird fall, and he says, "He's a killer! He's a killer!" And he wakes up, and all of a sudden he sees Tweety, and he like runs out, and like runs into the wall. Like, "He's a killer! He's a killer!" And there's two cats staring at him, and Mel Blanc does his Marvin voice, because I swear that bird sounds a lot like Marvin. That cat sounds a lot like Marvin. And says, "That's shameful," because he's running away from a bird. So yeah, so this one was fine. And Sweetie says, "Yeah, shameful." So this one was directed by Vince Finlin, storied by Michael Martian, produced by David H. D. Padding, William Archkit, starring all the voices are Mel Blanc, edited by Terry Brown, music by Mel Franklin, animated by Vance Rose, Gary Chensley, Arts Davis, layout by Hare Parson Lee, Tom Olsen. So yeah, like I said, this one came out 1960. So let's get the other one. And this one is the one that has Grimace in it. You don't remember who Grimace is. It's the big monster that's nothing but red fur. So yeah, that one. So this one, this is the second one that he shows up in. And this one's called Water, Every Hair. This one starts off with, like, I guess it's like raining a lot. And Bugs Bunny's hole is covered in water. And how is Bugs Bunny not drowned by this point? Because nothing is hanging out but his ears. And you don't breathe for your ears. You breathe for your mouth and your nose. So technically, him standing in that water that long should have drowned him. But okay, whatever. He goes down. He gets up and he grabs some more water. You're like, "You already are drinking enough water as it is. Don't you notice they're in water?" And he goes, and this mattress goes above, and like gets floated. And he goes right by, I guess, a scientist. I don't think the scientist. A mad scientist. That's supposed to be a capsule of Bruno Landcroft. So yeah. He's building like a big monster, a robot that needs a brain, and he sees Bugs Bunny floating out. He grabs him and measures his head and says, "It's a bit small, but it will have to do." And Bugs Bunny like grabs like a guy, it's probably like a mummy, and realizes that he has a literal dead body on top of him. And asks,
What's going on here?"
and starts running away. And this is when in this one he's not called Grimace. He's called Rufus or something. It's spelled Rudoleh. That's how it's spelled. So he didn't call him Grimace in here. So he hasn't gotten the name Grimace yet. Grimace in this one. So he's told to go and chase the bunny and bring him back over here. He's give him a spider. He goes and gets him, and Bugs Bunny tricks him by, he said he would like tie his hair, like fix up his hair, and asks for bobby pins, but that says that would not do. And gets some dynamite and ties it up, and they go into, I guess, where all the potions are, you could say. And Bugs Bunny grabs like an invisible potion, or a vanishing potion it says on there, and turns invisible. And he pours on top of Grimace a shrinking potion. It makes him shrink, and he like goes inside a mouse hole and says, "I quit." And the mouse goes, says he quits too. Like, you weren't even hired. What the heck? And then the scientist makes Bugs Bunny appear and has an axe and says, don't ever send a monster to do a scientist's job." Says, now behave, Mr. Bunny, so I can cut off your brain. Like, I kind of need this, Doc. And all of a sudden, an ether kind of thing, I guess, that makes you slow. And they start chasing each other, and Bugs Bunny trips them. And I guess both of them like fall asleep eventually. And Bugs Bunny goes back into his hole and thinks that's all a dream, and no, there's still water there. And then he sees Green Menace as a little monster, as a little still monster. Says, "That's really up to you." So this one was directed by Chuck Jones, story by Michael Marston, produced by Edward Sterling. Mel Blanc, everybody except for the scientist, who I think is played by John T. Smith, uncredited. And this one, music by Carl Starling, and animated by B. Wallace Hampson, Ken Harris, Phil Morris, Lawrence B. Hampson, Richard Thomas, and Harry Love, played by Robert Gibson and Phil D. Guard. So that's basically it. I hope you guys have a good time this month. Go and get candy, or going to a costume party, or watching a bunch of horror movies, or playing any horror games this month. Whatever you do to celebrate the Halloween month. Until then, beep. That's all, folks. And then, like 90 of you guys are not subscribed to me who watch my stuff, so it doesn't cost you anything. So there you go. Bye-bye.